Yo, what's up, you guys? This is TA of Noble Sports Entertainment. We're going to go ahead and get into this Lions podcast. We're going to go a little bit more in depth on the Detroit Lions. So, all right, you guys, let's go ahead and do it. Well, we saw that embarrassing loss yesterday, guys, and it's just baffled me, man, on the play calling of Jim Bob Cooter. Continues to throw screen passes when he should be throwing the ball down the field. A screen pass is needed every now and then. You know, you don't want to keep going to it all the time. He needs to mix up that playbook. And I feel like if Jim Bob Cooter can't get this job done by game 3, man, we definitely need to go with a different offensive coordinator to be able to get Matthew Stafford in the right direction. Yes, Matthew Stafford has had a great relationship with Jim Bob Cooter, but it's not about that. It's about the team as a whole not being able to win games. And his play calling is suspect at best, man. If these teams know what you're calling and they're picking you off like crazy like this because they know what you're doing, that's not good. And I think it may be time to move on from Jim Bob Cooter, like the Lions should have probably did in the beginning of the season when the Lions was cleaning house and getting rid of a lot of the staff of Jim Caldwell. They should have just released Jim Bob Cooter as well, because even though him and Matthew Stafford has had success, what has it really translated to? We have not been able to get to the next level, and these guys need to get to the next level. You know, anything other than 10 wins this season is a regression for the Lions, and it's just them being stagnant. So we definitely need to get this team in the right direction, man. I was so angry with them that they did not continue to run Kerryon Johnson and get him involved in the game, because he was one of the only bright spots on the offense besides him and Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay was pretty much trying to catch everything that came his way. He dropped a couple, but Kenny Galladay had a good game, and definitely I love that that Kenny Galladay forced hit a guy and forced him to get that fumble and recover it back to get the ball back from Stafford, man. But, we got to play better, man. We got to look better. I know Marvin Jones and Golden Tate didn't look as well. They dropped a lot of balls. Marvin Jones normally catches those deep balls, but for some reason yesterday, everybody was off whack. Even Prater was missing field goals. And Prater have kicked some long field goals before, like 60-yarders before, and couldn't get it done yesterday. So it was just everything that went wrong for the Lions that could go wrong. It went wrong for the Lions yesterday on all aspects of the game. And these guys got to figure it out, man. Definitely Matt Patricia is going to have to put that pencil to work. You're going to have to take it out of his ear and put that pencil to work and find out how to get these guys to win. That's the most thing. And that 3-4 defense, that's not the Lions, man. It doesn't work well with these Lions. They need to be in a 4-3 defense. I don't know if he's going to change it or what, but that 3-4 defense, man, for the Lions, it looks horrible. It looks terrible, and it kind of looked like how Patricia looked against the Eagles in the Super Bowl, allowing these guys to score whatever and do whatever. And that's what it looked like for the Lions. They was allowing these guys to do everything. The defense looked horrific. They looked horrible out there. And besides having to play from Quandre Diggs getting that pick 6, the Lions just need to go back to the drawing board, man. That's what I see for the Detroit Lions. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Matt Patricia's going to have to take the pencil out of the ear and start applying it to some paper. And these guys got to get this team in the right direction, man. Because, oh, my goodness, the schedule's going to get tough. You got, you got San Francisco 49ers, and you got to go there. Then you go, you're going to have to eventually play the Patriots and the Cowboys and the Packers. It's going to get tough, man. And if we don't correct these things, like I said, the biggest thing that I see is definitely that they might have to replace Jim Bob Cooter, because his offensive play calling is predictable. He's not giving Kerryon Johnson enough touches, and Kerryon Johnson should be this team's starting running back. That's one thing that I see with the Lions. He doesn't need to be coming off no bench. He needs to be starting. There is no other running back on his team good as Kerryon Johnson. Yeah, I think he had one run that they it was negative yards, but other than that, it was nothing but positive yardage from Kerryon Johnson catching out of the backfield and things of that nature. And they went away from that. And that's something that I really don't like what the Lions do. They go away from things that work. And Kerryon Johnson looked good, as well as Kenny Galladay. Got to give him his props. Kenny Galladay stepped up when we needed him to, but it just wasn't enough to get the victory. And these Lions are going to have to figure out how to get this team in the right direction. Matt Patricia is definitely going to have to figure out how to get these guys in the right direction. Because if not, man, this is going to be a long season. And, he's going to be on the hot seat quick. A lot of people are going to want his job now because the Lions are not winning. So he got to figure it out. Hopefully they'll figure it out soon. But if they don't, the season is over before it even starts. And this is crazy that I'm saying this right now. But it doesn't look good for us, man. The defense looks horrible. The offense looks horrible. So you asking yourself as a head coach, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here as the Detroit Lions? In an organization that has not really electrified or have not really done anything but been mediocre. So hopefully, man, I don't know, man. Definitely, I'm saying that we definitely need to get another offensive coordinator because the play calling that Jim Bob Cooter is doing is suspect at best and is not getting us over the hump. They are not finding out creative ways to get the ball into playmakers' hands. That's something that the Lions definitely need to do is get creative with the ball, and we need a coordinator that's going to be creative. I definitely like the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. I like their offensive play calling because they kind of mix it up a little bit, by doing jet screens and, different types of things, man, shovel passes, stuff like that. So definitely you want to be able to mix it up a little bit, and that's something that Jim Bob Cooter has not been able to offer us. So we may have to go after another offensive coordinator before this season is over. I don't know if Jim Bob Cooter is going to make it through the whole season because it's crazy. They should not know what you're about to run. The defense should not know. You should be able to keep them off balance. And the Lions are not doing that. All right, you guys, this is Noble Sports Entertainment. And as always, we talk sports, period.